Timestamp, January 14th, 2026, 6:39 a.m. This is what yeah, you know. I've been up about 10 minutes, maybe 15. My mission is clear. Greeted by a stretching dog and two stretching cats. Did you want something? I have the Exploding Kittens card game somewhere, apparently. I have the home version of Exploding Puppies. High 50s, maybe 60. Nice, actually. A little congested. Health check. Because it's morning. And I just got up. You can hear that little... I got something going on there, you know. Oh. Yep. Sunrise-ish. Got a crescent moon in the background there. Sky's starting to get that cornflower blue look going on in the east. You can see it over the dubiously legal dog kennels and the half-built shed for my dad. Man. Okay. Next door they have a whole bunch of real dogs, and I think they have electronic birds as well. Hi. You know, with all the whining and carrying on, I figured I'm just trying not to get mud in my shoes. Go. If you gotta go do some business, you don't have to worry about me. I don't need to hold your paw while you do it, and that would be awkward anyway. Ow. So I was going to bed last night, probably 11 o'clock. I had a Doctor Who question answered, basically. And you can stay out. You don't have to come in with me. You really don't. Nor do you have to body slam my legs. Please don't chew on my hammer. I'll get you a cookie too, bud. I'm about to run out of hands. Oh, that's my foot. Oh my god, dude, calm down. Here, take it and go. Go. cookies for the cats because they're about to maul me as well. Hex, I give you one, but you can just try and bury it, pal. Jinx. There you go. Yes. There you go. So Jinx has been coming over for quite a while now to get cookie when the dogs come in for their cookie. And you got yours on here. Hex is also, Hex doesn't care. Hex is waiting for kibble. So I don't fill his kibble bowl in the morning. There's panic. There you go. Let me fill the already full bowl. It's a thing. A little bit of Janus's bowl down here. Don't you lick your lips? Acorn's looking at me like, yeah, cat food. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about right there. I want some cat food. Go. Okay, you know what? Kids. I'm gonna fill your bowl too. Also known as distraction. There you go. I'll fill your already full bowl. Everyone is sarcastically placated. Got our canned cat food reserve over here. And I need to get a pack of treats out. Good. I'm just walking, James. Be cool. I'm gonna leave that empty bag on the ground there. That's a good alarm system for me in case. Well, in case a dog says, "Hey, cat chow tastes better than pedigree." Yeah. Alright. Humor you, Scrap. Go. The piece that was in there was kind of small, so. Fresh bag, fresh opportunities. Turn it off. That'd be smart. Got the remains. I might drip hot water on you. Careful. Got the remains of. I think I made Dunkin' vanilla. In my cup right now. You know, the whole finish off the pot when you get up and just splash some hot coffee water on my torso that was warm. Help check chest tightness. Kind of have that shallow breathing anxiety thing going on right now too. In case you're noticing, my breaths are kind of short and punctuated. I can draw a deep breath. For some reason my body doesn't want to. So I think it's anxiety. Sorry about the throw cam. Don't go over there. You don't need to go over there, sir. You know, Jinx, it would be cool if instead of eating from the bowl on the ground that I put there, especially for Janus, if you hopped up on the dryer and Kind of did the side by side with text. That would be cool. Well, it is about damn time. Yeah. Late coming in from recess. You almost missed snack. I mean, technically you did, but... I'm a very nice school marm. Oh, fumble. Got it. Oh. You're seeing the very early shenanigans at Leonardo Station. I'm your host, Captain Marcus Wolfgang. Very exciting things that we do around here. Try not to handle my phone when my paws are soaking wet. Sorry, I was hearing what sounded like cardboard getting knocked over, and Jinx decided, instead of using one of the regular paths to the litter robot, maybe jumping across the stacks of boxes to get over there would be the best way to do it. It is a way. It is also the most I'm a Godzilla fan way of doing it. Decisions. I have also decided that of the vanillas, the vanilla macadamia, which that's what I'm going to make actually. It's my favorite. I mean, I already knew that part. But of the others, between the Entenmann's, the Dunkin' Donuts, and the Harry and David, I think I like the Harry and David best. Followed swiftly by the Dunkin' Donuts. The Entenmann's, I don't know. I actually don't think I like it as much. It's good, but... diet. You know. Just from a note to self, options of buying kind of thing. Yeah, Dan, I'm just trying to get in here to make my damn coffee. You are getting in the way between me and bean juice. Choose carefully. I've got Harbor in my head. Coffee and contemplation. I understand, Hopper. Here we go. Suffered some different losses than he suffered, but I understand the attitude overall and general morality and drive and all that. I'm really going to need you to get the... Okay, I'm going to... Yeah. I will allow you to panic as I take a step. Read the room, kid. So, bag potatoes. We got had some red onions, some carrots. So I got that ham bone in there, and still a lot of ham on the outside and whatnot. There's another chunk that has I think it's like the shoulder socket. And it's got, the cartilage and a little bit of bone and like meat. So that is much better. That's going to go in a pot here in a few minutes. Oh yes it will. And I'm going to let that think about. In the words of Linkin Park, what I've done. And then we're going to scoop the bones out once they've really had time to ponder. Season it a little bit here and there, and everything's stripped away from said bone. Zip. And we're going to add some veg. We're going to let that stuff, consider the secrets of the universe. Yeah. Yeah. I told Pix my ambitions. Yesterday we ran up to the grocery store, had packages. I got packages go out today too. I got to prep them. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Great problem to have. Been selling 5-10 things a week on eBay. Oh no. I know. Third world problems, right? But I said, I got that ham bone. I was thinking maybe some potatoes and some cabbage. And she was like, ooh, do you need carrots? I'm like, you think carrots in that? And she was like, oh yeah. And use one of the red onions too. We got 3 red onions still here. She's like, go ahead and use one of the red onions too. That'll be really good. Okay. One of her favorite things is like corned beef and cabbage, brisket, stuff like that. Loves it. The genetic coding of an Irish girl. She did not grow up in Ireland, but some things. It's very Jungian, Man, she made me. Let me get back to the Doctor Who real quick. I'll get back to this. So there's 2 Doctor Who episodes that take place on Peladon. There's The Curse of Peladon and The Monster of Peladon. And I keep not knowing which title is which. So going to bed last night, they had on The Monster of Peladon, which is the second. So now I have a way to remember which one comes first. They're both John Pertwee. The first one, The Curse of, has Joe Grant in it, or Princess Josephine. Long story, hilarious. The second one, The Monster of Peladon, deals with the Queen, who is the daughter of the king that they're dealing with in the first one. Because for the planet, it's 50 years later. But, it's still Pertwee, so it's like a year and a half. It's neat that they actually did that, though. And they don't do that kind of thing that often when, the Doctor revisits a place and he has a reputation, pro or con. And he knows certain people and other people have passed and whatnot because time has kept moving. But yeah, I just have to remember that it's alphabetical. Which for me, that's a pretty easy way to remember it. I am that dork. I could have gone to school for librarian sciences, which still blows my mind that that's an actual degree. I'm not degrading it at all. It's just like, it was a time a long time ago when I was out of work and I saw libraries were hiring, and I'm like, you know, I'm an English major, I'm well read, you know. And then I was seeing, you know, librarian sciences degree, and I'm like, what? You need a degree to know how to run a library? I've helped run businesses before. I'm an English major. I think I can handle this, you know. But they were very staunch about you must have a librarian sciences degree. I'm like, I did not even know this was a damn thing. But yeah, I went to bed. Monster Peloton. I actually kind of sat up and watched it for the whole thing. Full disclosure. It's like, oh, this is a good one. It is a good one. I woke up to the Sea Devils. So we're doing some Pertwee. I went to bed with Sarah Jane and woke up with Josephine. It was a good night. I don't know when they switched places. I was asleep. You know. You can interpret that however you want. I really don't care. It's fine. So, my wife, who said she might actually start checking out the videos, which is a little terrifying. Hopefully I don't incriminate myself too badly. She is so funny, and yet she thinks she is not so funny. She's not. If you speak like early Saturday Night Live, I didn't marry Gilda Radner. I didn't marry a bombastic, over the top, crazy funny lady. I married a girl who has very dry stealth humor. I married Jane Curtin. This is embarrassing family-ish stuff here. So, my mom, especially during the last couple of years, was not necessarily known for, like, hopefully you're not doing breakfast, foot hygiene. Part of it is she's overweight. She's not really, she needed slip-on shoes because she couldn't really get her hand down there to adjust and stuff like that. It's a lot easier just to whoop and whoop, you know. And as such, this is the part where you start almost feeling guilty about what you're talking about, my girl and I, and at the same time, nope, it's okay. So during the last like 6 months, her feet, part of it was like diabetic swelling and stuff like that. She was having all kinds of issues, and regarding the maintenance of said things, I blame her, because a lot of these things she could have dealt with and didn't. We've already had that talk, you and I. It's a thing. If I'm bitter about, and I am bitter about some things, but one of the things that I am in fact bitter about is the fact that you could have and didn't, and it was obvious that you needed to, you know. Big sign saying, you know, bridge out, cliff, you know, and you hit the accelerator pretty much. You're doing a Wile E. Coyote towards destruction. Come on. And you got people standing there going, hey, maybe if we tried, you know. But anyway, the last 6 months, she really just let her feet go. And they were the nails and whatnot, and my sweet wife. So, you know, there was, this was like early January. We're talking to one of the nurses, and the nurse is like changing her socks while we're talking. My mom is unconscious at this point. So the nurse pulls off the sock, And I almost caused her problems driving. Not my mom, my wife. Um, so we were talking about it, and the nurse pulled off the sock, and it was like, it was just, curling under the toe kind of thing. I remember Pix and I like exchanged a look like, "Oh dear God!" And I think I asked nurse, I'm like, "You're just changing them, right? You're putting something back on there." And she was like, "Oh yeah, no, I just have to, because it's getting nasty, so I need to." And I'm thinking to myself, "Yeah, it's getting nasty." So Pix and I are driving home, and we're laughing about that. It gets quiet for a second. And my wife just real calmly says, "Hey, was your mom ever like an extra in the Land Before Time series?" Just dropping a Jane Curtin bomb in the car. I about choked. My God. Wow. Alright, you say you don't have a sense of humor, you're not funny. But you just about made me wet the upholstery, so I don't even want to hear that from you. I want to keep hearing that from you, but not that from you. Oh my God. I'm still laughing about it, thinking about it. Just real smooth. As though it was actually a curiosity question. No. Yep. The psychotic redheaded version of Jane Curtin. Dropping that grenade in the front of the car. Oh, damn girl. Oh. When you least expect it. Fatality. Flawless. Oh, damn, I love my girl. Oh. Yes. Yes. Got some bean juice ready to go. And I am ready to drink it. Yeah, I made the unmistake of turning off the coffee maker before I went to bed, so I didn't wake up to like molten marshmallow goo in the bottom of the pot. But turned it on to warm it when I first got up. So what I did pour into my cup was warm, but it wasn't hot. I can't consider that word and coffee and not have like Twin Peaks flashbacks. Just can't. Damn good coffee. And hot. Telling you, the IMAX in my brain. There's a lot of footage up there. Some of which I cannot share with you. And no, I don't mean porn. I mean, I have, I'm adult, so I have seen some of that stuff. Ew. I'm making a bigger mess. Hey, what'd you talk about while I was gone? And before time. Just left field, was not expecting that. Oh. Yeah, so I've been chuckling about that for like 12 hours now. And it keeps getting funnier every single time. Yeah, I think that'll actually look pretty good. Slightly loud, but it's going to be against the blue background and whatnot, so that'll temper it a little bit. It's a neat color. It's about what I was looking for on the wheel too, so victory. I got like Mortal Kombat shout outs in my head. I'm using the bigger brush for the bigger coverage area. I'm going to use the finer brush. I've got a whole bunch to work with. I'm just trying to not pull out the entire arsenal of brushes. And I screwed up right there. But doing the bigger brush on the wider, bigger areas. I'll do the smaller brush as I try and go around the edge. This is just kind of a base coat for the main surface. Worry about the deets in the second and third runs. That makes sense. And I've done this sort of thing before, so I feel pretty good about my life choices and all. But yeah, just want to get that started at least. That makes sense. Probably. Should. I'm actually almost done. Still want to do the clear coat, but I'm almost done with the first two, which is cool. Because I'm actually looking forward to doing the side-by-side comparison. So you can see what it looks like now, you know, versus how they come. Still not AI, by the way. In case you had any doubts, I'm not AI. My friends call me Chat. I mean, Chet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to honestly getting, what I'm going to do is get these two done, do side-by-side comparison so you can see what the drastic difference is. And I'm actually excited about just looking at them side by side. I'm going to get these two in place on the set. Then I'm going to do the third one. And I'm going to do one of the left ones while I do that, because it's easy to work on like two at a time. Even though I'm not going to use the left ones as I've explained, I'm going to do a left and a right, and a left and a right, and a left and a right. That way, if I do want to do like a diner scene or something like that later on, which I might, so we'll change it up periodically. That way there's not like a color fade difference in the paints. It will have been done at the same time, and therefore the shades should be the same. That's the theory anyway. But again, I've done this sort of thing, so I know that something I paint in March if I try and replicate that in September, there will be a tonal change in the paints. Brightness, gloss. You may not be able to put your finger on it. At least not until it's dry. I mean, what are you doing? But no, you may not be able to put your finger on it, but you're going to look at it and go, there's something slightly different. I don't know if it's the color or what it is. Something slightly not the same with these two. And that's what it is. And I've had some projects that I've gone back to years later and it's like, wow, you can tell the difference. And that, if I can fix it now before it's a problem, that just kind of makes sense to me. The same. My girl. I mean, you can see kind of the basics on that. It's going to look good. This is part of the Marcus's branching out thing a little bit in the respect of this carnation pink orange situation that I'm doing. These are not normally colors that I would choose to work with, but they are the correct choices. Because you do get a little bit of say with the color wheel. You know what I mean? You can kind of pick where you want to go with it. They may not be what I would normally choose to work with as color schemes. They're not colors that I go, oh, I love that color. But stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit and just doing the practical aesthetic, it's a experiment with me thing. It just is. But I need to prime the return cart for the library as well. I'm not sure about the desks for the library because I put them I did the whole stack on top of desk thing, and it was really tall compared to the Doctor Who figure. I mean, it was like almost up to her neck, and if it was like up to the armpits or whatnot, that wouldn't be so bad because that could be like a raised counter, and you check on the keyboard, check on the laptop for availability, book, If you've never been to a library, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's okay. Go to a library. They have things there called books. Actually, I think they still have books, right? I'm trying to think of the current regime going on right now. I think, yeah, I mean, there's a few books missing from the shelves that don't need to be missing from the shelves. It's so funny because I see people talking about, you shouldn't use the word fascist, and the other word, it's like it's extreme. There's no proof that anything like that's going on. It's like you guys are like doing massive book bans and censorship. That's in the playbook. That's textbook stuff. If you don't want to be called that, stop doing the stuff that they do. Because I can give you like 10 examples of different things on the list of this is what this person does that you're doing. So You know, honks like a goose, steps like a goose, you know. Yes, I'm well aware of what I said. For the record, I was never in any of the Land Before Time films. You got a gift. Um, doing some ASMR for you. Yeah. Bottle of cleaner that attempted to jump off the counter. I hit it with my arm. Luckily, I'm very quick. True story. Nothing annoys me more than reaching for a brush and the brush being needlessly ruined because it wasn't rinsed out properly. Hate it. So annoying. So, I have, over the years, learned to take action when I can take action and not have that morning after moment of, damn it. Why didn't I tell my agent to take that dinosaur movie? Hello, Acorn. He came jogging towards me and then like, right in front of me. What are you doing? Okay, let that dry. We'll do another coat a little bit later on. I'm just going to keep it there and just keep working on it throughout the day. Get my orange sun looking good. That's what it makes me think of, like a nice pink sky, like a good morning, you know, California coast pink sky with the orange sun coming in. Which, see what I'm doing here? See what I'm doing? Caritas was a club in LA. There's a point to this. Going over my list. I did the eggs. Man, I love crossing things off my list. Just gives you that I accomplished something feeling. Again, pro hack life tip. Stuff to get in the mail. I got a couple phone calls to make that I don't want to make, but I gotta make them. And boxes. Not to be confused with canoes. Totally different. This is not that kind of summer camp. Or maybe it is, because it is a little horrifying. I haven't seen Mercedes McNabb, though. Maybe she's the little girl in my mom's office. I don't know. This is one of those moments that my friend LT is going to be like, okay, I don't know what reference, what. If you're not keeping up with me on everything, Google what you need to, but honestly, it's okay. It's okay, I'm well aware of the movie house Cuisinart, which is my brain. I know. I'm okay with it. And you can be too. But unless you're me, you're probably not going to catch every reference that I drop or everything that I say. That's alright. It's cool. And before time. Right? Almost did not stay on the road. And she was the one driving. I don't drive as much anymore. I can. She was messing with me yesterday. She's like, I don't want you to end up like your mom, so do you want to drive? And it's like, baby, I know how to drive. She's like, well, you haven't driven in a while and you can forget things. I'm like, oh my God. She started laughing. I'm like, don't do, no, not funny. I drove a lot for many, many, many years all over the state of Florida, so it's not, I haven't forgotten. I got this. But I'm kind of almost tired of over driving, you know? When you drive 300 miles a week, which that and more so, depending on what year you're talking about. For me, at least, the thrill of driving, long gone, left the state. So yeah, no, you go ahead and drive. I'm good. And she gets car sick sometimes when she's a passenger, so it's like, just drive the damn car. I don't care. I have no ego to bruise here. I have masculinity, don't kid yourself. But I don't have toxic masculinity. Thank you. And none of my family, surprisingly, has ever been in the Land Before Time series. Goddamn girl. I'm going to sign off here and giggle into my coffee some more. That's going to sit with me for a minute. All right. Yeah. All right. So hug your parents, pterodactyls or not. Hug your kids. Trim your damn toenails. And make it a great day.